Hi everybody, it's 17th of October 2024. So let's have a look at today's trade of the day, and we're going to look at the dynamic trader system. Have a look at those opportunities that have been happening already this morning. So really, if you're going to be trading on the 2-minute charts, I sort of recommend really trading from sort of 7:30 onwards till around sort of 10:30. That's one of the primary times for trading where volatility increases and you can start to see some real overshooting on the markets. And that really started here, right from 7:36. And the goal with this, a trade like this at this sort of time, is to take that little burst of movement, but we are going to look to be out of any trade before 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we often get that little speed bump as the stock market opens. This is the DAX market, the German 40. And what you've got here is a 2-minute chart, like I said. So you often get that little whoop on that 802 bar. And that's fine. We can trade after that, but often looking to close before then. In any case, there's an entry there at 7:36, and it's a nice clear trade. What we're looking for is for the price to be in the top section of this price channel. We need green lines here. We need that arrow to flip. So notice the price goes through that arrow, which means on the open of the next bar, that arrow is going to be below us pointing up. So the entry is going to be the close of this bar, the open of this bar here. The other thing about this particular trading opportunity is because the arrow is on the inside of this price channel, not on the outside like say here, the inside of that channel, a couple of extra things. We are looking for the uptrend and we are looking to be above what we call price envelope 2. So effectively on the close of this bar, we've got all of those elements in place and it's a nice clear trading opportunity according to the rules. So every one of our members should be able to identify and place this trade. Now, in terms of the trade there, so the initial stop, 14 points, you can see that. So if I put my cursor over the bar, look at that number there, 14 points to where that new stop is going to be. And as far as that target it goes, well, look, this kind of depends on where you are with your trading. A lot of our new members are going to be looking at that sort of phase one target, just putting 10 points on the DAX, just get in, get out, look to achieve profit quite quickly. So if we're long from 84s, that's going to be a target up to 94s, and the market hit that objective within the first 2 minutes. So it was a really nice trading opportunity. Those looking to manage that trade and looking to move their stop loss up, probably getting stopped out more around here against the lows of that candlestick as a few minutes later on. But it was a really nice trade. And either way, whether you're phase one, phase two, it's a really decent move, sort of 10 to 14 points or so on that trade there. So good start. And that's before the stock market even opens. So then the market starts has a little pullback into the stock market open. And then we have that little speed bump on the 802 bar. And then now the market starts to release again further up. So here at 804, really nice trading opportunity. And again, what you're looking for here is because, again, the arrow is on the inside of this channel, what we're looking for is for the price to be above this pink line, price envelope 2. We need an uptrend, i.e. this line to be blue, which it is. The market's having another wave high. We've got those green lines. It's a clear looking buy trade once again. Now, the way in which, again, to manage this trade is if you're a phase one trader, if you're new to this, while you're practicing, while you're learning, again, a simple 10-point target can be a great way to go. So if you're long here from 508, that's going to be looking up to 518, and the market then hits that target a couple of minutes later, so 4 minutes later. So it has a little look down, then it rallies up to that 10-point target, and you've taken profit straight away. As a more experienced trader, what you're going to do is look at this more sideways price action. The market doesn't really have a decent close on this candlestick, a meaningful move in our favor until really here at 812. So what a more experienced trader would do, they'll be looking to stay in this trade. They're going to allow this market to go sideways for a few bars, moving their stop up every couple of minutes according to these arrows. But as soon as you see that meaningful move in your favor, what you want to start doing is reducing your risk on this opportunity very, very quickly. So moving your stop from the arrow, and we're going to pop it right up underneath this move here. So why? Because that's the recent area of resistance from which the market rallied from here. And what you're doing then is then looking for, again, nice meaningful moves in our favor so that we can ratchet our stop higher again. So if you look at the next bar, the market releases another sort of 10, 15 points. So our new members, more experienced members will be moving their stop up just below that bar, tick or two below the bar there. And what that's doing now is it's moving the stop up, it's reducing our risk. In fact, it's locking in potential profit. There was our entry at 08, and already our stop is up to 13. So we're locking in 5 points at a minimum. So even if the price does come back from here, we've dragged our stop up, so we can't lose on this trade, and we will be making a profit. The only question then comes into is how much profit it might be. The market then moves sideways for a bar, sideways, sideways. What you do start to see is the market starts to move higher. That nice little low point there, that's giving us a nice little, again, area of support that we can start to move our stop up to here now. And so we're going to do that. We're going to keep moving it up against those meaningful little moves higher. Another low point there, another low point there, another low point there, another low point there. And you can start to move it up a little bit more from that point. Worst case scenario, perhaps you get knocked out around that sort of 37 level there. But certainly from an entry, that's potentially around sort of 29, 30 points. And that's, again, a really decent profit. But even if you're quite new to all of this, it's a clear rules-based entry. Once you understand the rules, you're able to implement those rules. That was two 20-point movers. A more experienced trader, he's going to be picking up more like around 50 points so far on the trading session. So what happens next? Well, then the market starts to break off a little bit, but it's not a trade yet because, again, with the arrows on the inside of the channel, what we need is price to close below price envelope 2, this pink line here. It doesn't do that. It remains above it. And also we're in an uptrend here still. This line hasn't turned orange yet, so we avoid this as a potential short. But what we are now doing is looking for the next long trade. So for the standard trade here, we get another opportunity on the close of this bar at what 195.44 with an initial stop of 24 points. So there's the initial stop on those arrows there. We've got a buy in the close that bar, the open of that bar, so more like 43s. So again, what's a new trader going to look to do? They're going to look to move that, look for a quick 10-point objective. The market goes up about 12 points within the first 2 minutes. So we're achieving that sweet spot. So again, while you're practicing, while you're learning, it's a quick profit after just a couple of minutes. Then the market has a little bit of a pullback here. But you know what? If you are managing that trade, well, two things here really. A new member's already out. They've already taken their profits. More experienced trader, they're doing one of a couple of things. Number one is they might have closed half their trade off up here, notched a bit of profit, or two, they're going to be using this arrow until we start to see trailing it up, until we start to see the market really starting to motor in our favor. And again, like I showed you before, then you can start to move your stop underneath against these lows and start to ratchet it up as the market continues to progress positively. This ends up being a really nice move of, best part of about 40 or 50 points. And actually, that's a very big move for the DAX on a 2-minute chart. A lot of those opportunities are going to be in that sort of 8 to sort of 20, 25 kind of point range. So anything north of that is a really decent profit. Yes, you end up in that trade for a long while, but what I would say to you is that as a new member, what you've basically got there. So if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, this looks a bit complicated, once you've learnt rules, then it becomes simply a picture. You can scan those. Very often the opportunities are around those arrow flips. You look for the arrow flip. That gives you a nice clear entry point. You can see that ahead of time to be able to place that trade on your smartphone, on your broker app, whatever it is you're doing, so you don't have to take your eyes off the screen. Place the trade, and then nice 10 points. A nice 10 points, and again, a nice 10 points. So even someone who's brand new to this, they're 30 points up on the day, and they're finishing their trading for the morning. Now, look, if you want to know more about how we do this and about the strategies and how to intraday trade the Trendsignal way, then register for one of our live webinars. We do 2 or 3 webinars a week that are specifically about intraday trading, and we go into a lot more detail about these trading strategies, how to manage those trades as well. So find yourself the link somewhere on this page, get yourself booked in for one of our live sessions, and we'll go through it all with you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye for now.